Hello, my beautiful souls. You're watching the Messy Human Tarot, and I'm your host, Ruby. Don't mind the mess. I am a mother, psychic mother. What the front door? So please check out that disclaimer down below. It's always your responsibility. But, you know, everything's timeless. You can drop whatever you don't like. So the way I'm going to do this is going to be a message for all of us. Because Spirit always includes me in the mess. Why, Spirit? Why? But Spirit loves me. So, I'm not being arrogant. I'm just saying. Like, whenever I give you guys reading, Spirit's always like, and I'm like, yes, Spirit, I hear you. Oh, that's interesting. Two of Swords. Someone out there's got a choice to do. But you know what's interesting, by the way? This is the Radiant Wild Atlas. Don't mind me, I'm recovering from the flu. Yeah. That's interesting. So there's definitely a door opening. Yes. I think we're going to find out more information as time goes on. Because it feels like this is like incomplete information. Alright, Spirit, what do you have to tell me? Come on. What's the choice that they got to make? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't include me, please. Don't, please. I just don't want to have a bad day. Just joking. Just joking. Alright, this deck is a little mismatched. Alright, you can tell. Okay. That's interesting. Alright. Sorry for the awkward cackling. So, like, try something new. Meditation. So, yeah. So it's, like, clear to me that already I'm, like, getting a sense, like, they're, like, you know, like, you might be feeling like there's this wide divide, or even, like, there's some complexity, that the decision may have, like a lot of complex factors and things like that. But the reality is that it's kind of like you are, like, they're saying that there's a cycle that's coming to a close, and it's going to be so important to do something new and different. And they're saying, like, you know, you taking care of yourself and meditating is going to be really important moving forward. Is there anything else, Spirit? Let's see if there's anything. So that's okay. So this was below integrity. So we have, don't mind this. We have integrity and speak from the heart. Then I pulled from the other side of the deck and heart medicine. So I feel like you're not exactly necessarily being honest with yourself, but what you really want. And I think Spirit is definitely saying, like, you do need to breathe. You do need to kind of rest. I want to take a moment to kind of, like, look at this as a whole. And ladybugs are popping up in my brain, by the way. But, like, we definitely have... The energy just feels very soft and elegant and beautiful. It does. That's pretty nifty. So that's cool already. I like that a lot. Breathe, listen. Breathe to what you really want. Because I think that comes straight down to that you want something specific. You want something specific. I mean, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, you know? Like, I think that when we get... Okay. So I was going to just lift this off of my deck that I had, and already cards are popping up. So we have Temperance, which is relevant to what's being said right now. I'm going to put that next to Two of Swords. And then we have Three of Swords, which is interesting in itself. I'm going to put them next to Breathe and Listen. We do have Ace of Cups, but it was reverse. I think to try something new is listening to your heart. And, you know, temperance is not it. Okay, it's about balance. A lot of it's about balance. and using coping strategies to take care of yourself. I think what's going on is that you have this habit of just walking around like as if you are just not able to get hurt by life. And that's not really true. And Spirit definitely wants you to listen to yourself a great deal. Four of Wands. This is really interesting. So I did a teaching one on that one. It's so clear to me that what you want is a family, and you want your own home, and you want to just embrace life and to feel good about your situation. And it's because, okay, so sometimes when we are unhappy, we feel like we have to suck it up and put it up. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this, is that the reason you're not being honest with yourself is because you don't want to break your own heart. You don't want this, because if you are honest with yourself, it could potentially lead to disappointment and heartbreak. And I do feel you. I really do, because that's really tough. It really is. No one wants to be brokenhearted by not receiving what they want. But Grace Spirit's like, no. We want you to tell us what you want. Be upfront with us. Be honest. And I wouldn't be surprised. It's because Grace Spirit wants to give you all that you want. Yeah, King of Wands. King of Wands. Great Spirit wants to give you everything. But in order to do that, you have to feel the sense of inspiration from the inside out, right? That's my vibe. And you have to celebrate life. You have to enjoy it, but with a sense of calmness. What? Did you see the blues? This one's called Dance. And it's gorgeous. And so when I look at it, there is it reminds me of a river and this interconnection to Great Spirit and to life itself. And I feel like the bigger picture here is that you are allowed to want what you want, but we have to somehow find inner peace. And I know, I get it. I really do. Because oftentimes when Great Spirit tells us this sort of thing, we want to reject it and say, but my life is hard right now. Like, I can't be happy until I have X, Y, and Z. But Spirit's saying you have to center yourself. Like, you can't act like that you're not going to receive these things. You can't act like that, life is hard, because it's going to continuously get better and better and better if you open the door. And you see this, let's go back to Two of Swords. There's a door opening. You have two different choices. You can either decide to find inner calm, to connect to your heart space and celebrate life and be connected to everything, to the knowing of all. And look, this is balance right here. You can definitely make that choice. You have a vote, as Krishna Das would say. We all have a vote. And how we react and respond on a regular basis is us putting in our ballot for how our lives are going to be for that present moment in time. And I'm not trying to make you feel worse than you already do, because I get it. I do. None of us want to suffer. But Great Spirit saying that part of suffering is continuously doing the same thing over and over again. You have to break the old cycle out and try. I'm having a hard time picking it up because you're not picking it up. You're not picking up the slack in the coping skills department. And I'm not trying to say that to make you feel worse or to get you angry, but you need to breathe, you need to listen, you need to connect to your feeling state. What do you want? How are you going to receive that? How are you going to use coping skills so you can think straight? And a little bit of that is going to be surrendering and having faith of all that is. I feel like we have to wrap up. This is a very short reading. I don't think going too much into this is going to help you out. But, yeah. Love and light, marry, meet, blessed be, I'm into good health. Check out my information down below.